Fiery mac and cheese made magic. I mean, come on now, did you really think a kitchen witch wasn't going to be able to make some strong magic out of mac and cheese? There's all kinds of things you can do with it, and you can find the whole recipe on my blog or join my Patreon, where for $5 a month you can get print and e-version recipe cards for your collections. Now, hardest part of making mac and cheese from scratch is absolutely grating the hard cheeses. It takes a while, it's tiring, but you know what? It is worth it. And did you know that cheese has actually been used in spells since the Middle Ages for love and even divination? People would actually use cheese to find out who was a thief or a liar, because if he couldn't swallow it, that meant he was guilty. And of course, dairy itself has all kinds of associations with abundance, luck, and wealth. Oh, and side note, if you want to add some sausages, heat them up in a toaster oven beforehand while you're getting your sauce together. Speaking of that sauce, we are making a bechamel, and this is really simple actually. It's just butter, a little bit of flour, and some milk. You want to make a little paste with the flour and the butter before adding your milk in, and you want to do it a little bit slowly, because if you pour it in all at once like I did, you're going to have to spend some time breaking up the clumps, but eventually you will notice it get really thick, almost like a custard. At that point, add a little bit more milk gradually as needed until it resembles a sauce again. You definitely don't want it too thick, but after that you can get all your seasonings in there: garlic, onion, nutmeg, and a little salt and pepper. This is going to add a lot of really nice flavor to the sauce itself, and it's going to play really nicely when you start adding in your cheese, like your goat cheese and yes, that entire tub of mascarpone. These cheeses specifically, the soft ones, are going to give it that creamy effect that you really want. And they're going to help melt down the other cheeses really well too. So once everything is nice and incorporated and it's back to a regular looking sauce like this, it's time to add in all that cheese you spent all that time grating. Because it's not out of a bag, it will melt down really easily and it'll make this delicious cheesy sauce. Now, the pasta is up to you. You can use shells, but I was always an elbows girl growing up, so that's what I'm going with. It's very simple. Put it in the water, boil it until it's done. But keep an eye on your sauce, because dairy does burn really easily. You can't just walk away from it. And then once your pasta's done, just add it all on in there. Now you can keep it right here as a classic mac and cheese with just the mac and just the cheese. It was a Lenten Friday, so that's what I did because I couldn't have meat that Friday, but if you are someone interested in meat and you had those sausages going, it's at this point you can just slice up your sausages and toss them in at the end. My boyfriend's big on eating meat, so I did that for him, and I can enjoy it the next day on Saturday. But otherwise, there you go, a beautiful bowl of mac and cheese. Find more recipes in this playlist.